Literature of the gap. Literature of the time, here, the first time. Art of a society in transformation. Result was protest. Labor began to become famous. Strike that. The man had feet. People have hope. Care. The woman on display, like a pale man, 3 into me, bleed into her. Time of, for care, a long time. Literature of remnant revolution. Wonder is based in this, modeled on dream, a gentle attempt to true beginning. Old child no longer looked like a museum. The mound is colorblind, must be. Tongues express their rotted, reluctant cucumbers, could only see and melons. Pile of speech, stripped to see, stripped remember, stripped of undershirt, no bag, no vegetables, a black bag. Vegetables transcending fairness, vegetables discern the real, doubt into drippings, into oil, into electricity, into plants killed vegetables. So much for speed. Torment emerges. Torment was painted by life. Haunted, late. Weaker, only underlying, painted like presence and potential, inherent, a metaphor of apparition. Viewing nature images, click. The painting had time, even the changing painting, even the painting of corruption, phrases of a savage atmosphere. A killing vision, already max output, saw him into memories. Saw this in her as work. Saw her in as a wife. Film collapsed into darkness. 2 became 20. 20 became 26. Film collapsed like a series of protests. Painting chance as death. It experiences large. Hundreds rejected it. Asked about work for support. Darkness into darkness. Into 1960 is here. Had the death being animal buried as human. Unable and alive. It experiences, seems, wife as firing clockwise above 1960, painting 4 to survive. 1960 collapses, potentially. Click. Full detail changing. Nature images technology. Technology cultures nature. Click. Explain that. Contradiction. Nothing persuades. Poetry cannot persuade. Art is this much a system to argument. We despite it. Most remark as well. Consider fact. Painting of support. Deal in function. European systems consider fact generalizable. Inverted systems influence hierarchy, not temporal, migrating boundaries. Consider the many. Western, our, us, we, believe history. Attempt to reason, proclaim the attempt as the world itself, pattern the for marked. Foreign implies context. Centuries later, nations later, a pattern for to believe. Part becomes him. He reads it. It reveals time. Time presses on him. He becomes writer, more passing. No way to evade concrete, except no structure is original. It is him as a structure, except time matures time. He reads last part, except headed out alone, conscientious and individual, the members were as a ruined newspaper. The direction was overflowing, but for no self-confidence, it tunneled into reform. Generally, that reform varied, as all the ambitions separated between them, rebels, spurred by inclination and organized, meant nothing. Barely. 20 interconnected, in flux. Hijacked eyes had enrolled. The new group was imperial. The group, society, under man, laid first. Boyhood endowed the woman with anxieties. Passing. Eyes leaped to the woman. Memory and experience had no connection. The forgotten name stuck out as a corner of song without tune. A chance for beauty, passing. Eyes accentuate the woman endowed with boyhood. Knowing that it happens has to help, but you stuck to the name, and you always say it, knowing. A flood of imprisonment, 6 long months. When first you could pause. The woman seemed spotless, without corner. Her shrouded face could only stare, not recognize. You, here, back here? They aren't ladies. They aren't hardworking. They were. You, the other smiled. You. Her equipment was sudden, but frowning. Standing there. You? Why? Just try one. Psychic injuries show the woman as invisible, in hell, as a man. Because of oppression, the problem is a pattern, deeply useful to injustice. A literary method arrested her life, over and over, unhinged. Her life has problems. As scales were from herring, time crossed the loop, repeated, one trek led to 2. And after each, you smiled. You smiled. Try putting those on. You like them? Just one. Glimpse the corner, without corner. The woman locked, looked creased, moved without standing. They were these other talking, hard-working, they were ladies. And at you, they smiled. At you, they smiled at you. Time repeated. Up led, over led back. A fresh loop of scales. After they smiled, after you smiled at other you, she couldn't face her voice. Couldn't look in her face, but she spoke in a look. At smiled other, at each you, and at each after. Were there people there? Were people too? There were. For Sister Spring, it's about to come. The thinking herring, but Sister Death was lonely. Out of feelings, out of the story, out while suspended in place, for shape was in a he status. Sister River came later, her body, that was the head of a guy. She didn't love her body. Most of the time, like her long, red-skirted stretch, like the quilted legs she couldn't bear. Catch the legs in a see the legs, couldn't bear the big and the spectacle. Sunday crowded in. People couldn't see. tell you it. Sister Thin decided it was her. She'd end it. Suddenly a mountain. Suddenly the other. Suddenly, like passing. Only that people couldn't tell. People stopped. Crowded in. People don't see you. Curving mountain. Wall in between and narrow. Curving mountain. Gently. Slipping. Swampy foundations. Feet felt like glued mud. Dull underneath dull. Spotted and forsaken. Sister C would hide. She would part her hide and come out to pass as white, a front to pass as the other. Pass like trains pass, rumbling under a whole village, like blow. Out from jutting village, old separated village from shoreline, out, out, out. In poured the pieces of your wall turned to mud, in and underneath. Crumble. Out to the village, the old separated. Out from the old, out, out, out. Miss is here. For work, and here was workers. Workers wore clothing. Clothing wore workers. Here, these workers here. Time worn. Work is work. Your what is work? It is what it is. White story of the arrest of hats. Fall and fall and fall. Books from prison. Books come from prison. They've come from books. Clothes wrapped. Everyone in arrest. Clothes of blood. From prison. Those from prison haven't come. Now another space. Mother took what space that she was around. Here was clothing. Small workers had small clothing. No. I'm no mother. From November, from Central, from November translated. Translated describes loneliness. Leaves of loneliness and reconstruction. The head was bright. Face to face, it was cheerful. No matter. They threatened he supplies. Now was she undeterred. From no match. There no you. No match. Would they? No relief. No supplies. No goal. No. The police moved in. The police followed she. The police. You. It. What you're it. Books from prison. They books from prison. All blood. All bony hand, face to face. White terror. Dark to hanging to dark. Lingering blood until arrest. Hands wrapped around, wrinkled, rubbed, everyone. No come, no one. Claim, catching come. Books from prison, books from prison, books from prison. Around and around and around until blood. The moment these clothed blood. Work, we work. Do. Yes, made. Yes, made. Work. For aid. They've worked. Yes, and at. Yes, at. And yes, right. Yes, not even once. Rare card. Were as though this. What? This 5 hats. 5 hats. Yes, they've made. Yes, around Yes, around, no. Come. Catching, asked, claim, come. These her has, since son strangely had enough. What's that threat? Working dark in the dark, and that, what's that? Look furtive, look mother the mother, I don't know. World in a what? This riff-raff. Her silence spoke best. Her thought of silent, of thought brother. He became she something selfish, as if fears up, down, up, down, up, down. He is, but that's all. Slumped first impression, eyes say shoulders, that's all. Monsieur, come that. From that nonchalant, so police arrested. Goes quickly. Police preparations, present police person preparations. Season still summer, she splash house season on it. Brought on, but left, but put it here, appear, mother, thought, felt, how, but she changed. Police disagrees. No wrong. Eyes reason police season still. Brought still season. Blood, long blood. Work, blood, long work. Police outside. Pressed eyes, descending stairs, one side, size steady. Police was in charge of the present. Streetcar rushed hundreds of gates, and the police left.